brand new book that releases today. It's called Unscripted, written by Vidhu Vinod Chopra, noted film personality. And he is in conversation with Abhijat Joshi. And this is, as the name suggests, unscripted. These are conversations on life and cinema about the life of Vidhu Vinod Chopra. And we have the privilege of both these gentlemen being with us. Thank you very much, Mr. Chopra, as well as Mr. Joshi, for joining us right here on this broadcast. Let me begin with you, Mr. Chopra, first. What was your inspiration or purpose behind writing this book?
See, the inspiration is really my own life, and the purpose is also very simple. In today's time, when I get sometimes unhappy or depressed, I seek inspiration from my own younger self. And I find the kind of things I did when I was young inspire me even today. So I thought it would be a great idea to write a book, and particularly with Abhijat Joshi, talking about our lives, and hopefully it will inspire some young kids who will realize that they don't have to sell their soul to be successful. I mean, that for me is the prime reason to write this book. I'm not like a show-off guy. I don't even sometimes go to collect my own awards, as you might know. So the idea is not, oh, look at me, I've done this, or ye sab maine kar liya. But the idea is that really, if I can in some way leave a legacy of inspiration for the youth, I would be very happy.
Sure. Mr. Joshi, would you like to tell our viewers how exactly did you meet Vidhu Vinod Chopra the first time? What was the meeting like?
You know, it was the most bizarre experience of my life. I was 26 years old. He had seen my play in London and in Birmingham, and subsequently it went to London. And I didn't meet him then there, and I went to meet him when I came back to Mumbai, because he had left his card with the cast. And when I met him, the first thing he told me was that, you know, actually I deserve to be working with Tom Stoppard, but for a moment you will do. So I didn't know what to make of that. But then he had some very kind things to say about my plays. And then I realized that he doesn't mince his words. He was telling me that I had a long way to go. And though he had liked my play, he would like me to learn much more. And then just that evening was incredible, because, you know, he poured me my first single malt that day. He was talking about Ghalib and Gibran. He was talking about his childhood in Kashmir. He was talking about his father. And he was talking about cinema with a verve and passion, which I found absolutely mind-boggling. And there was this incredible mix of, you know, there was a swagger, but he was also very respectful of Mr. Ritwik Ghatak. He was respectful of the great masters like Orson Welles. So I saw a mix which was incredible. And he understood the reality of his associates, in the sense that he said that, you know, would you come and I'm doing a film here, and would you like to work on it? And you give up your job as a college professor in Ahmedabad, and I shall match that salary. And I said, no, sir, I mean, I would like to continue, I like to teach. He said, okay. And he talked about the great Ritwik Ghatak, who was his professor. So he said that, you know, I like people who like to teach. So there was this kind of a tremendous mix that I experienced. And he gave me my first video that day and paid my hotel bill. So I realized that he was serious about getting work done in a proper manner, that he understood that people were their lack of resources. I didn't have much, and he understood that, and that's how we met. And it's incredible to think that it's been 26 years now.
Fascinating. What a lovely way to sum up an old journey, as if it was just like yesterday. But Mr. Chopra, see, you are from a non-filmy family. We all know that. It's been prominently mentioned in this book as well. How did the thought of becoming a filmmaker happen, and at what stage in your life?
See, that also is a completely crazy story. I'm from Kashmir, and when I was very young, my half-brother Ramanand Sagar was shooting a film called Arzu in Kashmir. Actually, this is interesting you're asking me this, because this is not part of the book. And what happened that I went to the set from my school, DAV school. I was wearing khaki knickers and blue shirt. And I didn't really feel very welcome on the set. I think I was like really looking like a, like a kid from a school, and then, and I felt quite unwanted. Maybe it was all in my head, but I did feel unwanted. And in my, in my Munna Bhai avatar, I said, one day I'll make films and show him. So frankly, the inspiration to make movies didn't come from a very positive, noble thought. It was extremely negative, and unfortunately, it came from deep down, from not a noble place in my soul.
Yeah.
But once the thought came, I followed it to the T, and I just said, and my father used to tell me, okay, become a cobbler if you have to, but be the best cobbler in your lane. And I've tried to be the best cobbler in this lane of cinema in India all my life.
Nice.
That's what I've tried.
Very nice. Mr. Joshi, as an interviewer in this book, because you seem to be in a conversation with Mr. Chopra, as an interviewer in this book, what part of his life, Mr. Chopra's life, would you call the most memorable? And what does this say about his personality?
Actually, my favorite part of Vinod's life is these early years when he was not established and a bit of a rebel and had this incredible zest for life and confidence. And so most of the stories that I really find incredible, like he will tell you one very quickly about what happened when he went to receive the national award, and he was promised a cash prize of 4,000 rupees. And what happened on that stage with the president and Mr. Advani, Vinod will tell you real quickly.
It's a very interesting story. When I won the national award, the first one I won, it said cash award 4,000 rupees. And I was so poor, and I got so excited. And there I am in Delhi on stage, Vigyan Bhavan, Mr. L.K. Advani was the INB minister, Mr. Sanjeeva Reddy was the president, and I went there and they put that thing in my gale mein sab dal diya, and he gave me an envelope, and I touched the envelope. It seemed little thin for 4,000 rupees because I expected it to be a thick envelope. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I ripped the envelope open on the stage itself, took out. तो अंदर मैं देखता हूँ कि postal bond है 4,000 का, encashable after 7 years. वो 7 साल के बाद you get double the amount or something like that. I look at that and I'm shocked. So I'm saying, sir, but there was cash award. Mr. Advani says, yes, it's cash. No, it's cash. But this is a bond. He says, yes, after 7 years you can get double the money. I said, sir, 7 years I'll be very rich. I need the money now. You had said cash award. Now, ये बातचीत चल रही है. And Mr. Reddy, who is the president, gets involved. He didn't speak too much Hindi, so he said, what's going on? Is there a problem, young man? I said, yes, sir. They promised me cash, 4,000, but they're giving me bond. So Mr. Advani said, chaliye, you get down and, we'll make sure you have the money. So I said, I'm not getting off the stage, sir. I said, if I get off this stage, I will never reach you. You're the minister. I will never get this money. So he said, but you will get double after 7 years. So I said, you keep the bond. आप मुझे पैसे दे दीजिए. Anyway, to cut a long story short, Mr. Advani said, you come tomorrow morning to Shastri Bhavan, 11 o'clock.
His office.
And I will give you the money. And since there was nobody, there was just him and the president. So I looked at the president, I said, sir, there is only you, him and me. If he doesn't give me the money, can I call you? He said, sure. He said, Mr. Advani is a good man, he'll give you the money. And next day when I went to his office, he was so angry, Mr. L.K. Advani in Shastri Bhavan. There was a big table, I remember. And he looked at me and spoke in Hindi and says, आप अपने पिताजी को फोन लगाइए. So I didn't know why. I picked up. He says, ये मैं भारत का भविष्य देख रहा हूँ. ये भविष्य है. आप राष्ट्रीय पुरस्कार विजेता 4,000 रुपए के लिए राष्ट्रपति के सामने. बहुत मुझे डांट लगाई. तो मैं खाता रहा थोड़ी देर डांट. फिर मैंने कहा कि सर आपने ब्रेकफास्ट किया है? तो उन्होंने कहा हाँ क्यों? 11 बजे. मैंने कहा सर मैंने नहीं किया. तो ही लुक्ड एट मी. आई सेड सर मेरे पास पैसे नहीं है खाने के लिए, और मैं 1200 रुपये उधार लेके नई कमीज और नई पैंट पे पहली बार एयर कंडीशनड सेकंड क्लास में आया हूं डेक्कन में बंबई से. तो मैं 1200 रुपये जो उधार लिए उनको क्या बोलूंगा कि 7 साल के बाद आप मेरे से 2,500 रुपये ले लेना. मैं सर आप मुझे ये लेक्चर रहने दीजिए, मैं पैसे दे दीजिए, आपने मुझे प्रॉमिस किया. एंड ही वाज सो नाइस. ही लुक्ड एट मी सेड आपने नाश्ता नहीं किया? मैंने कहा नहीं. ही पिक्ड अप द फोन. क्या खाएंगे? I said parantha, anda, everything I could, and he ordered the food for me.
Chance pe dance.
My breakfast I had there. He did something on that thing. I went to Golda Khana and got 4,000 rupees cash, And since I'm on TV and it might reach him, I want to tell him that those 4,000 rupees that I got from him as my first income as National Award, I will never ever forget Mr. Advani for that. I am to this date sitting in this posh office grateful for that gesture of actually paying cash of 4,000 rupees. उसके बाद उन्होंने rule change कर दिया, अब सबको cash ही मिलता. So that's the story.
Fascinating story. Mr. Chopra as well as Mr. Abhijat, thank you so much. And for many such stories, many more stories from Mr. Chopra's life. And let's hope if Mr. Advani is listening to this, all of it you can find right here in this book. It's called Unscripted. It's available in the stores.